Buddy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kagurabachi chapter 53. But before I get into this, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel, and in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable well Bubba Kitty, who is hopefully not causing chaos around here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as a link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So I can have my full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, or the anime original segments in Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, which for the first episode of 1000 Year Blood War, we have available for free, so you can get an idea of how we do our live reactions. And the more views and subscribers we get over there, the more anime we'll cover. And if you're a $10 tier subscriber, you can choose the series we cover as well. And there's a Stackfall anime season that just started and more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link's in the description box below. So, well, because we got a color page and a color spread, I got to just dive right into this. And also, I did not make the mistake of covering the Elusive Samurai before Kagurabachi this week. So maybe I won't be as critical this time in terms of the art. But anyways, let's get into this color page first. And the text that's supposed to be here is says, where do Chihiro and Hirohiko's eyes meet? And I'm sorry, I don't know if it's where the nose is or what, but Chihiro's eyes kind of look weird. Maybe it's just me. But Hirohiko looks really interesting here. The backgrounds actually look nice on this page, but this has just been my problem with Kagurabachi's color pages, and it's the same thing with the color spread, is it still looks a little bit heavy. It looks better, mind you. It doesn't look as heavy as previous color pages / spreads, but it still looks a little too heavy especially compared to other, or I should say, basically the majority of water color / oil based painting art styles that I've seen or that I've covered. But it looks a lot better. The blood splatters on Chihiro's face actually look really nice, though. I'll give you that. And the paper that's flowing around Hirohiko, that looks really cool, too. And I like the blood splatters there as well. That looks really, really nice. But the color spread itself, though, and it says here, for whom are they seeking? Will they be swinging the enchanted sword? Now, the background with the enchanted sword bearers, that actually looks a little bit lighter. The only issue I have with them, for the most part, is they're just a little bit stiff, and I think it's a little bit shiny. A little bit too shiny. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more contrast for it to like really give me what I need, especially when you have Hirohiko and Chihiro in the foreground with this white around them. And because because there's no contrast there, it really it doesn't make Chihiro and Hirohiko stand out. There we go. The way that I feel like it should be. But I do like the blood cranes, though. Those look sick. And in terms, speaking of Hirohiko and Chihiro here in the foreground, they look really stiff. But other than that, like, I'm not mad at this color spread compared to the other ones we've had for Kagurabachi so far. I think this one is probably my favorite. But anyways, now that I got that out of my system. All right, this chapter is titled Darkness. good. And after just watching me once, Chihiro got the Rokihira eyes. He learned swordsmanship from you real quick. He's still too young. The swordsmanship of a hero. Poke. What did you do that for? I sensed he was gazing at me in admiration. Just checking. Swinging. So this is a flashback, by the way. Swinging a sword in real battle isn't that great. You're cutting people, not straw. Sorry, you dick. Don't worry, Chihiro's smart. Don't get starry-eyed. We killed tons of people. This is what I like about this arc so far, and this is why I like Hirohiko a lot. And this is why. This is why, because the reason is never because, but god damn it. But it's Hirohiko is giving Chihiro a reality check, and this is why I like what he said last chapter about how Chihiro is like him. They are essentially killing people. Different reasons, mind you, but they still are essentially doing the same thing. I'm the only one who can understand you. We could be friends. I'm not sorry for saying that. It's still very much like Garm in this regard. Go read Vinland Saga if you don't understand. What are you talking about? Do you want to kill me or not? Let's see. I want to kill you and I want to be friends. God, this is so much like Garm. God damn it. I think maybe we could become friends by trying to kill each other. Whoa! I've never had a friend before, so I don't know, but I think that's right. God damn it, why do you have to make me think of Garm? Because Garm was very much like this, but the only difference between this and Garm, to an extent, is that Garm is a Viking. So warrior, it's the warrior blood, the Viking blood. But to an extent, but the other thing is like, Garm just wanted to be Thorfinn's friend. Like, fighting is in their blood. That's what they do. But, like, it's also, like, a bonding thing. But, yeah. That makes no sense. Well... I'm going to read this again here. Let's see. I want to kill you and I want to be friends. I think maybe we can become friends by trying to kill each other. I've never had a friend before, so I don't know, but I think that's right. I think I can understand, again, going back to the Garm example, I can understand what he's saying, because when you cross swords or fists, or it's like a language when you fight. Fighting is a language, an unspoken language, mind you, but yeah, it's like a language. So I understand what he's talking about. Chihiro, I think, is kind of confused by the wording of it, but I understand what he's saying. That makes no sense. Yeah, it kind of does, but at least for me. All you know how to do is run away. You have an enchanted blade. Unprotected close combat would be suicide. He ain't that stupid. Besides, so much paper. He's completely concealed himself. That's the one thing I will say in regards to Hirohiko and the color page that I wish there was. I wish there was just a little bit more paper flowing around him. I think that would have been sick. I have to use whatever I can. He's not wrong. The audience members, God, where is he? He can detect my location with the paper. He stays hidden and attacks with cranes. These cranes, they're strong enough to slash through a body. A direct hit would be lethal. Are you paralyzed yet? Ooh, this panel's I like this panel. It's a lot more fluid, but I'm going to be fair. And this kind of goes back to the color spread. Remember what I said in terms of contrast. That's what's needed here. I wish that this background was more of like a gradation, or if it was like plain black, or no, maybe more of a gradation, because then you get the paper cranes to stand out more, at least in my opinion. And yes, I see what you're doing here, Hokusoto, with the blood cranes out. I see what you're doing. I kind of wish there was more blood cranes in the color spread. Perhaps your power to absorb doesn't apply to physical objects. The fact that you don't use it is my answer. If you used Kuro, you could clear the paper to see better, but you also might hurt innocent bystanders. You could use Nishiki to move about quickly, but the cranes chasing you would also hurt innocents. So will you just hold your ground and focus on defending yourself? With other people around, you have to be careful with that sword. You're doomed to a death by 1,000 cuts. You see what I mean by like how it would have been cooler to have that gradation in the background because of how it transitions into the black? Yeah, for Hirohiko's analysis. Yeah, that would have been a lot better. But yeah, this is nice. But I'm not mad at. Otherwise, I'm not mad at this. There's no way out. Don't worry, they'll show you the way through. Stay away. To the average person, you're a monster. In the play that was just interrupted, there's a scene where the enemy takes hostages. The hero Sasuke is paralyzed and the enemy gets away. But Sasuke is garbage. You can't worry about a hostage or two. In real life, you'd be dead. You're a killer, but at the moment of truth, you want to play the hero, as if you weren't just a monster. Chihiro Rokihira, to resonate with you. Oh my god, Chihiro Rokihira, I want to resonate with you. Fucking A, I'm sorry. I gotta read this part again, because this is, I understand what it's saying here. In the play that was just interrupted, there's a scene where the enemy takes hostages. The hero Sasuke is paralyzed and the enemy gets away. So he's recreating this. And again, this is why I like this fight a lot. Because Chihiro needs to understand why he is like Hirohiko in this way. And why people, despite, Chihiro's intentions, to the average person, he would, from the outside looking in, without context, mind you, he would be seen as a monster. But Sasuke is garbage. You can't worry about a hostage or two. In real life, you'd be dead. You're a killer, but at the moment of truth, you want to play the hero, as if you weren't just a monster. Chihiro Rokihira, I want this to resonate with you. You're one of us. Who will you sacrifice, Chihiro Rokihira? Come, let's bow to the death, just you and me. You're a Sasuke too, aren't you? Ooh! The first time I cut a person, I could stand to see the severed flesh. That's the other reason I blinded myself, going back to the flashback here with Samura. But that image is burned into my eyes. It never goes away. I could feel myself becoming a monster. But even so, you chose to wield an enchanted sword to save everyone, right? Yes, I just had to keep flailing through the darkness. But that's not something to aspire to. I'm going to hell. Then instead of admiring you, I'll respect you. Great, you're welcome to do that. You're not trying to become a swordsman anyway, right? Right. Ooh, this page is fierce with Chihiro. Like, I wish this was a close-up. Okay, here's the thing with this, though. This page here where you have Chihiro looking through the paper. This is page 18. I wish this was a close-up. You have the full length and then have the close-up to make it even more badass. Kind of like either that or just a close-up. Kind of like if you've read Zatchbell too, you should know what I'm going to be talking about. It's kind of like when oh my god. It's like when Brago was making his entrance to save Sherry. You saw like him like move, like opening his coffin that he was in, and you saw that face, just like the eyes of his face and how badass that looked. That's what I'm talking about in terms of like an extreme close-up. Like just see like the extreme close-up and see the face where it's like half of Chihiro's face. And then you have the other half looking so badass with the paper in the background. Oh, that would have been fire. That would have been so sick. I'm kind of let down that we don't have that. And then if that would have been like, if we would have had the open or the full body and then that extreme close-up, that would have been sick. But anyways, with the fortification of Nishiki, can he increase his body's resistance? Still? But even so, Father and the sword bearers fought to protect others. They were definitely heroes, but they avoided that label because they felt guilty for their sins. And if you've ever served in the military, I know actually a lot of veterans. I know some veterans that have felt this way before. That's why they all say the same thing. You'll find your own path different from mine. Don't choose hell like us. There's the close-up. But I still would have rather. Oh man, if you would have had both of these close-ups, that would have been fire. And here's how it would have been fire. You would have had the close-up like this, then the full body, had the rest of this dialogue, and then this with this head down, and then the rest of this. It would have worked so much better. Would have been everything. Sorry, but I'm going down the same path too. Kuro! Oh, this is sick. Ooh. Ooh. This spread here on page 20. This is fire. Now, this is what I'm fucking talking about, where Chihiro is going into the darkness. This is much better. Much, much, much better. What happened? Don't worry, I'm a sinner too. The first time I killed a person, I accepted that I'm a monster. Ah, see my point on the half-face? The least I could do is refrain from causing harm to others and take you Hishaku bastards to hell with me. Now talk. The decision had long been made. Minus that one panel, man, where we could have had the close-up of the face where Chihiro was looking intensely through the paper. And then that would have been... Minus that, I'm not mad at this chapter. This chapter was actually one of the better chapters of this manga. This was. Especially in terms of metaphorical art. Oh my god. Thank you, Manga Jesus. Thank you, Manga Gods. I'm finally getting something out of this manga. This is a lot better. Much, 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 much better. And God, I'm so glad I covered this before the Elusive Samurai. Oh God, thank God I did that. Would I say the movement is still stiff? The other thing is that I wish that would have made this chapter like so much better and probably near perfect is if we would have had the gradation in the background for the start of Hirohiko's analysis, or when he said, are you paralyzed yet? If we would have had that there in the that gradation in the background and have it transition to the black background, then this would have worked like perfectly for me. But other than that, this chapter was really, really nice. Seeing Chihiro go into the darkness was great. It was. Would I say this is my my Jujika is... This is a good question, though, because this is something I've been waiting for a while with Kagurabachi. Because this has been bugging me for the longest time. Because Kagurabachi has been trying to sell itself as a revenge manga. And I've been waiting for it to give me that revenge manga realness. Now, has it given me that like Aruma moment that I've been waiting for? What I feel like this did is it gave me the moment that I was looking for in Vinland Saga with the Thorfinn versus Garm fight. That's what I feel like I got from this. More than the Aruma moment that I'm looking for with this. This is definitely a shonen series, but this is not giving me the revenge series I'm looking for. Let's see. I'm a sinner too. The first time I killed a person, I accepted that I'm a monster. I love this panel, though. The least I could do is refrain from causing harm to others and take you Hishaku bastards to hell with me. Part of me wants to say that this could be the Aruba moment I've been looking for, but I don't think it is. What do you, for those of you that are Jujika no Rokunin readers, do you guys see this as more of, or Vinland Saga readers, do you guys see, those are up to date with Vinland Saga manga, do you guys see this more as like a Thorfinn, like Garm moment? Or do you think this is more of like an Aruma kind of situation? I just don't, I'm torn on that. I really feel like this is more of a Thorfinn situation than an Aruma situation. Because Chihiro hasn't, Chihiro has somewhat snapped, but it's a different type of snap than what we saw with Aruma. I don't think it's there yet. We're close. I think we're close to it, but it's not there yet. I think when we'll get, here's when I think we'll get to the Aruma situation, okay? I think we'll get to it if one of the enchanted sword bearers is killed. If Samura dies, which there's a good chance he does, if Samura dies, that's when we'll get our Aruma moment. Yeah, that feels correct. This to me is a Thorfinn moment, but when we get, if Samura is killed, that will be an Aruma moment. And that will definitely give me the revenge manga realness that I've been looking for with this. But I'm curious what you guys think. Especially if you're a Vinland Saga reader and a Jujika no Rokunin reader, what do you guys think? Do you guys see this more as like a Thorfinn moment than an Aruma moment? And do you agree that when this will really feel like a revenge manga when Samura, or if, I feel like it's a matter of when than if Samura dies. To me, it feels like because this really feels like, based on how the writing is, it really feels like Samura is going to die. If Samura dies, do you think that's when we will cross the line into revenge manga? That's what I'm getting from this. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Kagurabachi content. A few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.